Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, hello, hello. And welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Oh, it's a good day. We've got good questions. All right. Welcome to the Black and Orange channel. I'm here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have got epic troll slayers. We have like Lord of the Rings level troll slayers who have kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we have got a fantastic community because you have been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. And happy birthday, Kay. Happy birthday. If you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed, or whatever works for you. So there is that. Okay. Ready? At 1 minute, 30 seconds in. Whew. Oh, I'm glad you like the overlay. There's fresh art every single day. There's never a repeat on the overlays or backgrounds. Well, I don't think on the backgrounds. I try not to, but there's never a repeat on the overlays. But would you like to see how much support Trump is losing? Would you like to see? And we turn off the overlay for a second. We pull up this and boom. This is a map of how much people dislike Trump. The darker the red, the more they dislike him. Look how little green there is. Look at Oklahoma and Texas. Look at Louisiana. Look at Arkansas. So, yeah. Ta-da. Whew. So, Anna's saying, wow. Louis is saying, wow. Brianna says, love that for him. Yep. Whew, boy. So, what is it with the green places? They are alone. Coast to coast. Exactly, Raymond. Coast to coast. Hello, Serena. Lewis says he's living in his own private Idaho. Yeah. So let's see here. Trump support. Because the next question is even better. Actually, the first 4 or 5 questions are chef's kiss. So Trump supports in the U.S., across the U.S. And he lives in look, President Blunderdum, king of the bog of eternal stench, he lives in a bubble. We know that. He very much lives in a bubble. But there's a point at which even he has to go, oh. All right, these are his little followers, his little flunkies. First card, Tower. Boom. First card. Second card, come join the Democrats. We have cookies. We'll actually give them to you as well. Yeah, This is the regular Republicans. They're in the center, and we'll be covering them in a minute. Trying to deflect all this deflection and stupidity from Trump. And then he's like, but is that brought people back to me? Has that brought people back to me? No. This is his energy getting weaker, not stronger. Hey. Okay. I'm glad you like the art. I spent a lot of time on the art for this channel. Yes, Saul. We actually care about other humans. Exactly. I know. Rose Blue says Nixon had better polling. Stern says, whoa, Mississippi red between pink Louisiana and Alabama. Yeah. Yet West Coast is solid red. Yeah, look at Georgia. The MAGA is burdened. The MAGA burden that they have put on everyone else. And this idiot still thinks he's the center of the universe because he's a malignant narcissist, adding insult to injury every chance he gets. Here are Democrats. This is my card for the whole group of Democrats, us collectively, and we're in the center. So he's running his mouth, the MAGA communication, and it is not working at all. At all. So, okie dokie. Yes, Warm Halo. The Trump train goes squeak, 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 squeak. Suzanne says, for us non-Americans, wish there were labels on the map. Oh, sorry about that. Well, the darkest red, that red thing right near the middle of the map, that's Illinois. That's where I am. Hello from Chicago. This is Washington State. The darkest green is Idaho. The dark red down here is New Mexico. And then strangely, I can't get underneath it, but the in the bottom right-hand quadrant, the deep south, that should be, in this case, bright green. And it's not. It's only Tennessee, looks like. Is that? No, it's Kentucky, isn't it? It doesn't help that some of the states are the same color, so I get mixed up. So anyway, yeah, the minty green Montana across the top, the Dakotas. Yeah, but the deep south and Texas, Oklahoma's right above it. They're kind of blurred together. It is Tennessee. Thank you. Look. Okay. Tennessee. Good. Okay. Good stuff. Okay. Now, but wait, there's more. Just stop sharing that. Put this back up. And at 9 minutes 35 seconds. This is from Silky Steel. Thank you for the question. But a senior House Republican warned that Marjorie Taylor Greene's resignation may be the first of multiple impending GOP departures. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. The exits are Yeah, bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye-bye. Citing deep frustration with the Trump White House, low morale, and fears the party could lose its majority before the midterms. It's just glorious. Yes, landslide. The rats are jumping ship. Yes. Are we looking at a mass exodus? Yes, Amy, don't forget to tip the Capitol Police on the way out. Yes. Especially after what you did to them and on Jan 6th. So, Republicans, are they going, you know what? Oh, I'm glad, Jolie. I mean, the midterms were quite the wake-up call for these jerks. Ooh. I think Trump's going to start threatening people who are leaving. Lawyer Witch. Yes, we did talk about that. It was glorious. Every live stream is timestamped. So if you go to the main page for the channel, if you click on the name of the channel, there's a search bar, not the one at the very, very top, but near the name of the channel, kind of along that area, that level. You can type in whatever you're interested in, and it'll pull things up. So, yeah, that would be losing the majority. That's what we're hoping for. Yeah, Trump isn't listening to them. And the midterms were the midterms, and it did not the midterms. Not the midterms, that's next year. The November 4th elections did not go well. So they should be happy. They have control of the House, control of the Senate, control of the presidency, and yet their constituents are getting angrier and angrier and more unhappy, and they can't get anything done. Matter of fact, we'll be covering that in a moment. Now, it's the Trump victory, but we don't need you, Trump. We don't even want you. So the fact that I've got this Ace of Wands here makes me think that Trump is just going to get more unhinged and more, you'll do it my way. As a matter of fact, he's pivoting on some issues, which is really making his base mad. So, but yeah, we don't need you. So, could control of the House flip? Well, these elections are very, the warning bell from these elections was very loud. Justice, that would be Trump's base of power, but the Republicans are not doing well at all. And not everybody is in a deep, deep red district or state. And they're a day late and a dollar short here. Don't forget, I seem to be one of the few people who talks about it, but I've said it a million times, I'll say it a million more. We have more than two parties in this country. What we have are two umbrellas. We have two permanent umbrellas. That's why we don't do third party here, because our coalitions are baked in. So there, in a lot of Western countries, they'll do elections for all these different parties, and then those parties have to form coalitions or not. Whereas for us, they're baked in. So the Republicans under that umbrella, there's MAGA, there are Republicans, and then there are more extremes than that. And it's under one umbrella, but they're not the same party. They're really not. And Republicans have gone along with it because it got them power and made some of them very rich. But Girl says it's not the same. I know it's not the same, but in this country, a lot of people, not a lot, some people talk about it in a way that they stop voting for Democrats because they're like, well, they're not my party. Democrats, Republicans, that's like the name of the umbrellas. So I have to kind of remind people of that. Oh, I have to bless Mom. 1 second. Okay. Oh, by the way, if you have any prayers handy, could you please pray for my dad? He's going to the doctor to get test results, and please let them have something that can help him. Please, please, please. All right. I don't know that Republicans are going to lose control of the House anytime really soon, but it could happen. Thank you. 85. Almost 85. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Feisty Butterfly. Do follow Feisty Butterfly Tarot. Angie is just a sweetheart and is very talented. Rise of Democratic Power. Yeah, the country is hurting. But Republicans, this is still a lot of Republican power. It's the oligarchs. It's the oligarchs who are supporting Trump and his ilk right now. So I don't know that. Look, the stock market is in a bubble. It's going, that bubble is going. Thank you. That bubble is going to pop. It's just a matter of time. It might be until like next summer. That's when the astrology, late spring, kind of summerish, but late spring, early summer next year, the astrology is icky. There's potential for it to go in a negative way. And with the House, it just looks worse and worse for them. Bye-bye now. Okay. At 1915, Nettie had a question. Oh, thank you, Rose Blue. Big hug. Oh, big hug back. Nettie was asking, will a potential early flip or something like that happening, will the impeachment of Dumpy be carried out along with his regime, Bondi, Miller, Cash? That's a different thing. But impeaching all of them, you've got to be in control of the Senate. Yeah, you've just, because there is a drag on what people are willing to do in the House, knowing that it's going to go nowhere in the Senate. So thank you. Thank you. So, Dumpy. Not yet. No, not if it is, it's down the road, I'm afraid. We're moving in the right direction because of voters. It comes down to voters. So we're messing up their plans, the burdens, but there's Trump's base of power. It's hemmed in, but for now. So for now, I'm afraid we're kind of where we are, which doesn't sound like I just said anything, but I hope you know what I meant. So, thank you. Nettie had another question. I don't think I'm going to get a positive, but there's a really good question after this one. But this particular one, will we be able to keep Shady Pants from taking over the presidency? Thank you. So nice. I can feel your prayers for my dad. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Shady Pants. We'll be able to stop him from taking over. I'm seeing a severe lack of major arcana here. Power to Democrats. Oh, he's been biding his time. He thinks he's shoring up his support. You're not. You're not shoring up your support. Oh, big rise of Democratic power. There's a lot of grief right there. Also wonder if this is the widow. But he's working. Communication with MAGA. I don't have anything here that says we'd be able to stop him, but I don't think, he's not, let's just say he's not going from strength to strength. Yes, visualize 70, Frady Vance. And says your nails match the cards. Well, I thank you. You know me, I live for stuff like that. Thank you. Oh, scaredy pants. Bear saying JD is disliked by MAGA. You realize that Trump could hang on. Trump could potentially hang on for the rest of his presidency. He could. His health could absolutely crater, but he's not going to give up. With Dumpy, with dumpster fire, it's like you put him in a box, or he's going to stay president, no matter what condition he's in. Well, this would be This feels like the legal, legislative, the whole hierarchy, the succession, line of succession is right there. He thinks it's going to be grand, and he's definitely planning. It's not a good plan, though. It's not clear, and Mr. Charisma he's not good at this. Again, I've got this 8 of Swords hemmed in, and there are Democrats. These aren't great cards for him. They're not dire, but they're not good. These are not good cards. Nobody likes this guy. And usually a white man with money in parts of our electorate is just a shoo-in usually, but there's something, people do not like him. They shouldn't. It's like they can see through the, yeah, you've got light skin and symmetrical features, but it's like, just good night. This man, he can't even order donuts. You can't do small talk. He can't even order donuts like a normal person. So they would get behind him to a point because they don't want women getting any more power. But so I don't have everything. We won't be able to do anything to stop him from becoming president, but he just shoots himself in the foot. So, okay, but this next one, I've been waiting for this next question. 2715. Speaker Mikey. Speaker Mikey the Heretic. Mike Johnson is at risk of losing his caucus in the House of Representatives. Oh, that's a shame. Under Speaker Johnson's slimming GOP majority, discharge petitions have surged.
Someone was detected at your back door.
Thank you. A discharge petition is where basically the representatives themselves bypass Johnson. They get enough votes on something, like with the releasing the Epstein information. They had to do a discharge petition. That's why they were trying to get the 218 signatures, because that bypasses. And apparently in the past year, what is it? I want to say in the last year or two, there have been 5 discharge petitions, which is just, it's a bad look for Mikey. Hang on a second. With bipartisan coalitions and especially frustrated Republicans using discharge petitions, there was 5 times in 2 years, to bypass his control and force votes on widely supported bills, including releasing the Epstein records, expanding Social Security payments, securing voting accommodations for new parents, sanctioning Russia, and...
Someone was detected at your back door.
1 second. I need to mute her. I hope that works. Anyway, so, and extending healthcare subsidies. The rise of the number of discharge positions reflects deep dissatisfaction with Johnson's leadership. His alignment with Trump, always a bad idea. We know that. And a growing determination among rank and file members to override House leaders, aided by Democrats' strategic use of procedural groundwork and a political environment where even majority party lawmakers are willing to defy their own speaker to advance legislation that would otherwise be stalled. What will happen? So Speaker Pipsqueak is not looking good. Ooh, wasn't he mad about the Epstein stuff? They bypassed him, and then it went to the Senate, and he was convinced the Senate was going to put in 1,000 amendments to water everything down, and they didn't. Amy, don't you want to check the back door? Oh, no, I know who it is. And actually, I can see. I'm at the back of the house, and I can see down. I know exactly what's going on. And the video comes up on the thing. So thank you, though. I appreciate that. No, my dad's going to the doctors to talk to the doctors. He's going to look at the test results. So, all right. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, Mikey. He's going to stick with Trump because he is a weird little man. He's got this thing about big, powerful men. That's how he views God. That's how he views Trump. Big, powerful men. So he goes forth, but there's his religiosity. It's not even spirituality that he leaves behind. I've written a song about that. Hymn of the Republicans. It's here on the channel. It hurts so many people. Ace of Pentacles. King of Cups is right in the middle. Those are the Democrats. There's Dumpy, would-be emperor, and there's the plan. So he's going to keep, no matter how bad things are, he's not listening to his own people. He's following the biggest, toughest man. The man with the most power. That's who he follows. And he is a follower. So, yeah. Whew, okay. He is a weird little man, Raymond. He is. Mike Johnson is a weird little man. Whew. Lewis says, I'm so glad this has wiped that smirk off his face. Yes. Oh, Kathleen, cross your fingers. My husband is going for his 1-year CT. Hopefully no new cancer. Oh, fingers crossed. Prayers. Jolie says Mikey just wants to stay into your power to stay safe. Well, it really yes, but it really it really feels like it's much of a muchness. That's how he views God. So you do what God says, except when it's inconvenient. But
someone was detected at your back door.
But I muted you. I did. Is there a mute button? Computer home. Is there a mute button? Do not disturb. There we go. There's a do not disturb button. Okay. Yes, Becca's Elf on the Shelf was hysterical, Karen. Because yes, Elf on the Shelf, it looks like Speaker Mikey. Johnny actually has a Trump voodoo doll, although he says he hasn't linked it to Trump. So it's just for the joke. So Becca was like, I got one too. And it's just like Elf on the Shelf. I have one for Mikey. It was good. Oh, thank you. The old phone. Thank you. It works. It's a real phone, by the way. Anyway. All right. Things are not going to go so well with Mikey. So the next thing we're covering at 3620 is that the Trump family net worth has fallen roughly $1 billion since September. Oh. Driven by major crypto-related losses, including an $800 million drop in Trump's stake in Truth Social's parent company after Bitcoin-like investments cratered, a sharp contraction in the World Liberty Financial Token's value, a $300+ million loss tied to Eric Trump's Bitcoin mining partnership as shares plunged, and a $117 million decline in Trump's memecoin, all occurring amid a broader $1 trillion crypto market crash. Will the trend of the coffers draining continue? Oh, joyous. I really want these people to be shunned and poor for the rest of their natural lives. These crooks. And everyone would say, oh, you have to say allegedly. No. We're talking about people who are, has it been the full 10 years yet? Where they literally are not allowed to head charities in New York because they were taking the money for themselves that was supposed to go to children's cancer research. So, yeah. Whoo, boy. The Trump fortune. The thing is, once you have that much money, what do you do with it? There comes a point where you can only buy so much. And then if you want influence, okay, but what if what you really want is democracy? So you want to spend your money on people getting the vote. There is only so much you can buy. It's something the ultra rich are finding out. There's only so many places you can put your money. How many yachts can you be on? How many homes can you live in? There's just a point where you don't need anything else. Yeah, true, Amy. There are only so many gold spray painted objects available from Home Depot. That is true. Whew. Oh, what do you? There's America, land of plenty. There is no reason that any child should be hungry in this country ever. But they have a dog-eat-dog mentality, scarcity. For all their talk of prosperity gospel, no. One, you've missed the point. I generally, I'm a kind of live and let live when it comes to a lot of spirituality, but this prosperity gospel garbage has hurt so many people. And that is not what Jesus taught. It's dog eat dog. Okay, yeah, this isn't good for you guys. Adding insult to injury. They'll still have some money, but oh, that's gonna hurt. So they still have some money, but the influence isn't there. I mean, think about it. Once President Dumpster Fire is no longer president, what power do Junior and Eric have? Seriously. What? You got nothing. Why would anyone give you favors? You have nothing to give them. You have no influence. Oh, and isn't Barron in for a rude awakening? That's a question. Man, it feels like I need to throw this in here. I don't normally read on this jerk, and he is a jerk, but he's 18. I mean, he's over 18 now, so yay. Barron. Trump. Rude awakening. From what I hear, he is a selfish, spoiled brat, even though he's now an adult. Is he going to have a rude awakening? Jeez. Take care, Lisa. Thank you. Oh, he's gonna have money from his mother for a while. But yeah, that whole tick tock. His family facing judgment. His mother has made herself the center of his world, even though he takes her for granted. I don't get the sense he treats her all that well. He may be tall, but he's the littlest Trump. And a child. So is he in for a financial or influence rude awakening at some point here? Thank you, Debbie. I'm glad you like the art. We go and dive into such icky energy all the time that I put up new art every day. So we have something to kind of remind us there's good in the world. Oh, there he is again. The littlest Trump. Yeah. He's been in a bubble. He's been protected. He's been very protected. And right now it's all White House and center of the universe, princely. But then comes the illusion, delusion, and the chaos. At some point, he's going to get a very rude awakening. Major arcana here. Right now, because he thinks this is going to last forever. Lou says, it's all for you, Damien. Oh, boy. Oh, no, I don't. Honestly, none of the Trumps are the Antichrist. They're not that important. They're really not. I mean, if there is even going to be one, an Antichrist, they're not it. No, but anyway. All right, Ed 40. Thank you so much for being here. Going through the news. Thank you. All right, 4645. Would you like some more bad news for Trump? 4650. NBC News reports that months after its splashy launch, the Trump mobile T1 phone remains undelivered with shifting ship dates, altered design images, removal of its made in the USA claim, and no clear explanation for delays as the company continues taking in $100 deposits. When will people stop blindly giving him money? Well, that's kind of a bigger question. But Trump mobile T1. You mean it was a grift? Thank you, Bear. No. Doreen just says there is a fool born every minute. Well, pretty much it seems that the one talent the Trumps have is finding suckers. Oh, it would all be glorious. You too can be a part of the Trump grift train. There's Trumpy the man. This is the black hole of information. You mean, I'm sure it'll turn out just as well as Trump steaks, Trump water, Trump airlines, Trump, yeah. Oh, but they live in hope. Meanwhile, those $100 deposits, they're getting interest off that money. And you're getting nothing. Yeah, there comes a point at which you know you've been bamboozled. You know you're naive. Wow. Illusion, delusion. Mm-hmm. Okay, here's the thing. Okay. All right. It's a con. Surprise. Queen of Swords. This could be oversight. Not obviously in his government, but in future oversight. But for now, he's sitting pretty. Now, here's the thing. If he's pushed enough, Trump might get mad. If this becomes a bigger thing. Because he can't get this off the ground. He can't get this moving forward. It's supposed to be this big showy thing, but It's supposed to be nope. Oh, nope. Suspension. Suckers. You're suckers. And he's the con. Now, will Trump... Tor says, where's the kitty? I think he's asleep in the other room. Actually, they're both asleep in the other room. Could... But not near each other. I wish they got along better. Anyway. Will Trump get hurt by this? It's not a good look. And yeah, on the defensive, because people are like, we gave you deposits. And it just becomes another financial dealing that sinks into the black hole of secrets. So it will hurt him, but I don't think it's going to be front page news at any point. Yeah. Okie dokie. So, at 52 minutes in, 52, Reuters has confirmed that Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, was quietly shut down 8 months early after reports showed it had wasted more than $21.7 billion. We told you this would happen. $21.7 billion. It had wasted that, froze projects, rehired thousands it had fired, ultimately increased federal spending despite its mandate to cut it, while former DOGE staff were quietly reassigned across the government. And Trump and Musk publicly fell out over policy and personal disputes. Just 3 cards. $21.7 billion. Yeah, they were. Yeah, oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be the greatest ever. There's their government people. They hurt a lot of workers and people who needed help. And ultimately, yeah, it's done. Suspended, done, finished. Okay. So we've had pretty much good news so far. All right. We've got one more serious question, and then we have the silliest thing you're going to hear today. I mean, like, what? Okay, 54 minutes in, Tammy had a question. People are getting fed up with this regime. Yes. Basically, to what extremes will the pushback go? Could it include violence? I hope not. Yes, Lewis, Doge got out of Dodge. All right. Please, no violence. Please, no violence. Yeah, I know people are hurting. I finished getting my harvest out of my little garden. So, and on Thursday, I've got a little bag of potatoes that I grew myself, and I'm going to roast those. And I've got a few vegetables. I'm going to roast those. So some extra food for Thanksgiving. I don't like this last card. MAGA, they have burdened us. They have burdened us. They have walked away from decency, but voters are right there. So for all that Trump and his ilk think, oh yeah, this could be you getting what you deserve, which hopefully involves some fair trials that would likely lead to prison time. Republicans, they're still there. We haven't lost all. Republicans. It's not like Republicans don't exist anymore. I'm not liking this Tower card at the end. We've had major arcana about with the Tower card, with Wheel of Fortune, with we know some big stuff is coming. We know that. Burns is going to have a potluck with your sisters. It's not really a potluck, but yeah. One of three is going to be, her and her husband are going to be baking the turkey downstairs, and I'm decorating. I got a tablecloth. So, but I will be here. There is a live stream at noon here on Thursday. Every day. Please, no violence. Please. And Secret Service, seriously, step up. Good night. If homegrown idiots can take pot shots at the president, you get someone from a foreign country who's an expert sniper, and we end up in a mess. Okay. Here, I'm not showing the country. The country remains, although we are divided and we are hurting. People generally thought it was financially things weren't great, but now they're worse and worse. And the MAGites, what have you, the politicians, they have to rely on big donor money from the only people who have money. So what was that Tower card about? What was the Tower card about? What was that? A big old suspension. I don't like the Lover's card. And then Trump became president, and there's justice right in the middle. Big money. Makes me wonder if there's some financial transactions that are going to be revealed in some kind of court. There's more information coming. Okay. At 59:30. Actually, I don't have a tofurkey. I don't care for them. 59:40. But there was a time that was kind of all there was. But all right. You ready for this? This was not on your bingo card. Vince, is it Shlomi? Shlomi? I think it's Shlomi. Is running for Congress on the GOP ticket in to be a representative. I believe this is Texas. I could be wrong. Doesn't say here. Remember who he is? The ShamWow guy. Yes, the ShamWow guy is running for Congress on the GOP ticket and is looking to wipe the floor with the competition. Oh, I didn't know that Sarah put that in there. Wipe the floor. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you. It was fun. He's running against popular incumbent Republican Representative John Carter, but John Carter is 84 years old and has served more than 2 decades in Congress. Well, we have to regularly see this guy again. Oh, it is here in Texas. Thank you, Tristan. Wow. Kay says, I love Sarah for that. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Okay, now, please remember that my understanding, Bear says money laundering. My understanding was, didn't he do some time in prison for, was it domestic assault? Something like that? Yeah, Browan, thank you. Yeah, it was assault. There are going to be some other people who get into the race, and I don't think he can compete. And a lot of money laundering, especially overseas. Thank you, Sandy. And up here, there was something about Bear was saying money laundering. That was it. So he definitely was out in the sunlight with some nastiness. Excuse me, some nastiness going on behind the scenes there. Okay, so he's out there. He's aggressive and ouch. And that ended that part of his career because of the assault of a woman. And, you know, there comes a point where after so many years, maybe you can rehabilitate your image or ick. But this feels like there's going to be more competition. There's going to be better competition. He himself is going to he's going to be down in the melee. True, Melissa, the ShamWow guy would fit right in with the Trump team. True. Yep. Suzanne says, sounds like his resume makes him the perfect Republican candidate. Yep. Oh, thank you, Tristan. Texas 31st Congressional District. It's located around the Austin area. Austin's but one of the most liberal parts of the state. Yeah. So Vince, you know, we've already had, and thank heavens I haven't had to read on him in a while. It's been a while since we had to deal with Mr. Pillar, which I'm very grateful for. But oh, Vincey Vince. Big judgment. The truth is, it says the truth is known. He might still have some money to do this, but you're really gonna need uneducated voters, like women, like women who remember the ShamWow thing, and they haven't listened to anything since. Maybe. And no, it shouldn't be just women. This is just what I'm getting. Please don't get mad at the messenger. There's a thing I saw the other day where this guy came in, young man, came in to talk to his young girlfriend, like 20s, young. The cat was like right here on her while she was working. And he came in and the cat was like, what do you want? Anyway, but he's like, a button came off my shirt. Could you put it back on for me? And I'm thinking, dude, learn to put on a button. If you learn to do the little twisty thing at the end and then put it back through, you'll feel like a little NASA engineer. It's great. Learn to put a button on your shirt. Anyway, big judgment. I don't have high hopes for him. I just don't. And if he wanted to, he may have actually had more luck if he had tried doing this 8 years ago. But yeah. All right. And that's it. Cleared the deck. You brought questions. I did my best to bring you real news from legitimate sources and then look at the intuitive side of it. And this is how we do it every day. All right. So it's 1:23 p.m. I stayed late. It's 1:23 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. There will be live streams every day this week, as always, all the way through. So, but please remember you're not alone. We're in this together. There are good days ahead. So hang in there. And I'll see you later, as always. Okay, bye.